What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Power Platform TV. Today, we're going to talk more about Power Pages, and in this video, I want to show you how easy it is to enter in authorized versus unauthorized content. So, if you're a user in the portal, if you're unauthorized, you won't see content that authorized users can see. And if you're an authorized user, you can see that additional content, right? So this is a really common example with websites, where if you're a registered user, if you're authorized to see certain things, then those types of users will be able to see that, right? So let's go ahead and see how easy it is to build this into Power Pages. And while we're doing this, I'm going to show you as well the tight data integration with the Dataverse, right? And how easy they've made it to create tables, create data, and do all of that within this new Power Pages designer experience. So let's jump right into it. I have this page here that I set up previously, and very simple page, default template. Everything is basically vanilla. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and click Edit here, and that's going to take us into the Power Pages designer. Okay, so we are in the designer now, and we're on this main home page. And if I scroll down, you can see there's all kinds of content here on the home page, right? So that's all good, but what I want to do, I'm going to create two tables. One of them is going to be for authorized users and one for unauthorized. And so to do that, I'm going to click here in the Data tab. And this is going to be a super simple example, right? Because we just want to make this really easy to understand. And so what I'm going to do here, it says tables in this site. I'm going to click Add. And we're going to go ahead and add a new table. So it says create a new table. Tables store data in columns and rows, much like a spreadsheet. Start by naming the table, and then you'll go and add the columns, and then you can define the data, right? So I'm going to give this a name here. This one's going to be authorized table. Let's just call it that, right? You know, in the real world, you wouldn't really use the word table. But you'll have a more appropriate name there for your authorized table that only authorized users can see. And it's already added the plural name here, authorized tables, right? So it's been intelligent enough to pick up the plural of this name. So I'm going to go ahead and click create here. And if you're familiar with working in the Dataverse, you'll see a lot of the Dataverse functionality, a lot of the stuff that we see in the Power Apps Maker portal getting surfaced here in the Power Pages, right? And this is kind of one of those things where, like with the plural names, where you create a new table, and then it goes ahead and it's smart enough to figure out the plural name. Okay, so the table's been created, and then from here we can define, we can enter in data, we could define views and forms as well, right? So let's say, and we can also add columns here, and if I click on this here, it shows me the columns that have been created in the background automatically. So basically, any record that gets created, right, it's trying to log the created by, the created on, so who created it, when it was created, and then any modifications by a user here, that's going to be captured here as well. So this is all the kind of out-of-the-box columns that get created when you create a table, okay? And then what you can do is you can go ahead and add a new column, and this will pop up over here. And then you'll get to select the data type of the column. And, so I'm just going to say like column B, for example, right? You can provide a description if you want. And then the data type here. So we have all these different data types. And this one's kind of interesting, file, right? So you can go ahead and automatically have file management in this table as well. We have automatic numbering here, currency, choice, right? So all kinds of stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and do a choice. And let's make it a yes, no like this. And we'll just keep the defaults here. But basically, yeah, if it's a no, it's a no. If it's a yes, it's a yes. And the default's going to be no, right? So just a really simple example of a new column getting added, right? I'm going to click on advanced options here. There's some additional things here if you want, like auditing and column security and dashboard stuff here as well. So I'm going to just click save, keep that as the defaults. And this will be a new column in our table. Okay, so that's been added, and then now let's go ahead and let's add some data here. So I'm going to say row 1 is going to be no, and then row 2 is going to be, let's make that a yes. row 3 is going to be a no. Okay, so we've added these 3 columns in here. We've added these 3 rows of data, and that all looks good. Next thing I'm going to do, let's click on views, and we can see here that we have some out-of-the-box views that were already created. So this one, for example, active authorized table. So any records that are active, it's going to show these records. And so we created these 3 records. So those are showing up here in this view. So that's all good, right? So we'll just keep that. You know what? Let's go ahead and make a change here. Let's go and add the column that we just created. So easy to do this. You just click on here and you just go to find your column. This is the one here, column B, and now it's added it to this view. And if I want to make this active, I'm going to go ahead and save this here, and then I'm going to publish the view, right? So stuff again that if you're working in the Dataverse, this is all really familiar. If you're new to the Dataverse, it's very intuitive, right? You know, you've made a change here as a low code or a pro code developer, and then but a very simple change, and you want that change to be reflected on your Power Page, and so to reflect the change, you save it and you publish it. Okay, so we have the table there. That's all good. Let's go ahead and click on Forms, and I'll show you how easy it is to create a form. And you can see here that we have a default form here, or we could create a new form. If I go ahead and click on the default information form, this is going to be showing us some basic information. So this is sort of the out of the box, what you get before you make any changes. And we'll see here that it's really very basic. It has the one name field and the owner of the field. And I can, again, go ahead and click add field, and then let's just drag in the new column that we got created here. So, and I'm going to go ahead and save and publish this. And so basically anytime a record is clicked on and we bring the user to this form so they can see the record with the fields, this is what they're going to see. And this is where we can control, what they see, and if we wanted to add any new custom logic around what they see on that record. Okay, so we've gone and created the form. The form was already there. We just customized it. Go back to table data, and we have our table here, and that's ready to go, right? So that's our authorized table. I'm going to go and do unauthorized table, and this is going to be really similar. So I'm going to click create here. We'll make this one a little bit simpler. I won't create a new column. I won't change any of the views or the forms, but I will go ahead and just add some data here. Unauthorized row 1 and unauthorized row 2. Okay, so any user who is not that hasn't signed in, right? They'll be able to see this information. And any user who has not signed in, we want them to be restricted from seeing this information. And if you, if you're kind of limited by what we just did, you always have the option here to edit in Power Apps. So if you click on this, it's going to pop this out into the make.powerapps.com, and then you'll get the full power of the Power Apps Maker experience, right? So it's taken us over here, and then we can go ahead and do some stuff from here as well. And by the way, this is just looking nicer and nicer every time I look at this. So great job to the product group that keeps giving us these enhancements. So back over here, we're going to click on Setup, and we see here, this is where all the security is set up, right? And the authentication we have, just going to talk about this real quick. So we have identity providers, and then we have all of these providers that we can use to have users authenticate into the portal, right? So if you're an unauthorized user and you want to become an authorized user, you would go through and basically provide your information, such as the username and password and any other information that's prompted. And this is what is supported by Power Pages at the moment. And you can see here that we have the local sign-in turned on, right? So that's enabled. So basically, local sign-in, ASP.NET type authentication in the back end. Basically, everything's contained within the portal, and you can prompt a user to enter in their username, their email address, their password, and they can become an authorized user. Okay, and there's ways to turn that off if you don't want to allow users to be able to register on the portal itself. But we're going to just keep this really simple at the moment. So we're going to use this one, local sign-in. It's already enabled. And then now table permissions. So this is where we get to tell the Power Page what permissions to use on the tables that we just created. Okay, so I'm going to click on New Permission here, and here we have basic permission. It says permission does not take effect until roles are added. So that's fine. So the name of this I'm going to say is authorized table permission. And now we get to select the table, and here I'm going to type in authorized, and there's our authorized table, right? And then the type of access, and this is something I'm not going to go into on this video, but it's basically a kind of a hierarchical type access that we can provide to users when they view records. And I'm just going to keep this as global, and it says show all rows in the table to users in the selected roles. So if you have the selected roles, you're going to see this data. It's as simple as that, right? Permission to do things, I'm just going to say read. We can obviously define additional permissions, such as being able to create records in this table and write them on the Power Pages side. So that's all good. We're just going to make it read so they can see it. And then the roles here. So this is where we get to tell what roles get to do things. And there's these 3 out-of-the-box roles here. So they have administrators and anonymous users and authenticated users, right? So what we're saying is we're going to say authenticated users, okay, can see, they can read the authenticated table, okay, that we created. So that's where all this comes into play. I'm going to go ahead and click Save here. And we have now basically given permission for this particular table, the authorized table, and how it displays its data to a user. Okay, and now let's go ahead and do another one. And you probably guessed it. We're going to do unauthorized table permission, and here we type in unauthorized table, and then global access is going to be read, and we're just going to make this anonymous users this time, right? So if you're an anonymous user, if you haven't signed in or registered, you're going to be able to see the unauthorized table data. So let's save that, and we look good over there. And then, so we have the 2 table permissions set up here, and you can just double check here. Authorized is authenticated, unauthorized is anonymous. So now let's go and display the data, and I'm going to do this in a really simple way. I'm going to go to the home page here, and let's go and just add in a section to display this. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's click over here, and we're going to add in a 1-column section, okay? And then in here, we get to put a list, okay? So we have all these different options here. I'm going to select a list, and our list, we get to choose the table here, and I'm going to say, let's say authorized at the top here. So authorized table, and then it's loading those views, right? And the active authorized tables view is the one that we create, the one that we edited to add that new column in. So I'm selecting that here. And then now we have name your copy of the selected list, and that's fine. We can just make it the same thing here. You could change that if you wanted, but I'm just going to keep that the same. And that all looks good. If I click on data here, this is where I get to, provide these controls here. If I want to be able to allow the permissions to do things, if I clicked on view details, then I could link that up with the form, right? So here, if I selected the form, I would be able to link that form to the detailed record, right? I'm not going to do that in this video, but you can see here all the capabilities of how this all comes together, right? And then the settings, number of records per page, I'll leave that at 10. I'm going to click OK here. And there we have our list, right? So I want to now just do another one on the same page here. Here I'm going to select new list, and it takes me back over here. And this time I'm going to search for unauthorized. And there's our unauthorized. And we're just going to get the view as the active unauthorized table, keep all this the same, click OK. And now, basically we have both of these, right? So if I go ahead and sync this here, we'll see that this gets published to our Power Apps page, and it's still syncing here, and now it's done, all right? So now back over here, this is our page. So if I go and refresh this, let's see what happens. And here what we can see is the top list that we created. It says you do not have permission to view these records. And then under that, and so that's the unauthorized data. And then below that we have authorized, the authorized table, and this is the authorized data, right? So we're actually seeing the data come through here. But the authorized is not coming through, right? So to do that, to see the authorized, now I got to go ahead and sign into the portal, right? So I'm going to go here and click register, and so I'm just going to go ahead and register here, and that will set me up as a user in the system. And let's see here. So this is all fine. If I go back to the home page now, you can see here now the data is coming through, right? So I'm an authorized user, and it's showing me the data, right? And interestingly, it's saying because I'm not unauthorized at this point, I'm not seeing the unauthorized data, right? And now if I just go over here and watch me sign out of here, okay, and then I'm just going to go back, and now I'm back on the home page, and we can see now the authorized view is showing and the unauthorized is showing. So that's just a really quick, simple kind of demo and explanation of how to set up data in the system and how to segregate it between the authorized users and the unauthorized users, so you have that control and users are only seeing the information that they're meant to see. And you can see how easy that is to do with Power Pages. So really great experience to make this, to go through from start to finish, creating the table and assigning the data and then just publishing it up to the site. Really, really easy. Hope you guys enjoyed.
So that's it, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course check out my blog at carldesouza.com. Thank you.